Alright. I've been playing Type Soul for a bit now. And I want to say a few simple things, really. One, Quincy's and Arrancars are complaining way too much. Like, goddamn. I feel bad for the devs, honestly, at this point. Considering the fact that this is Quincy right now. That's, so and so on said needed a buff. This is with the buff, by the way, that they have been given. I tried to get a clip from this earlier in the raid. It didn't go well getting that clip. But pretty much, this dude here was holding on to like 5 people with Chikais. We were like 20 people, like 20 Soul Reapers. He was only one. 5 of us was holding against him. And because this dude had one combo he could do on repeat. Like one combo. There's no cooldown almost for this combo. Like, no cooldown almost. This is a Quincy, by the way. It shows one Arrancar, one Quincy. This is a Quincy. Also, for the note, the Arrancar, there were like 10 of them. So, there's no really outstanding ones, but I have a reasoning that I'll try to say more about with the Arrancars later on. But now for the clip. You guys saw that? That dude did 2 combos that did all that person's HP. But note, almost everyone in that lobby is either it's semi-grade 1 or they are elite. Everyone there, everyone. So this dude here, I don't remember if that person that got knocked was elite, but I believe it was. But in this case, that dude did 2 combos, melted that person's HP, and got the kill by throwing them into the storm. Note that. Just note that. And it's get funnier. Let's resume. Yes. On top of this, he was like kind of losing at this point in the battle, but he pops his awakening. Like he pops. I don't remember the name. Vault standing, isn't it, for Quincy? Either way, he popped it, and this dude is already knocked, so to say. He's like 1 tap, like roughly. And this dude here, it's not full HP. This bar is like my bar right now. Just letting you know. Like, this is my bar. I cannot see his HP, but I assume he's like roughly half or less at this point. That's what I assumed. at that point. But this dude awakens, knowing you just need to land one more combo on this dude, hit that dude one more time, and he's won. That's hilarious to me. All right, let's continue then, shall we? That is crazy. That is crazy. This dude survived a whole raid alone. There's only one Quincy in this whole entire raid. That was him. He survived the whole time with every time there was always a Soul Reaper on him. There's always a Soul Reaper on him. There's never once there was not a Soul Reaper on him. There's 20 of us. There's like roughly 9. And then it was like roughly 29 and then 1. Roughly. Because there was a lot of Soul Reaper, and most of the people in that server were doing like ganking each other. Soul Reapers with ganking Soul Reapers. I was there for a while. Some of my friends were ganking someone else, and then yeah. But pretty much, this is like proof that Quincy's don't need, to be fair, like a buff that they have received. Like this dude was abusing the burn damage, like to the point of brain dead, and it's kind of crazy that they gave them the burn damage, considering like I haven't seen or caught up to the manga, so I'm not sure if Quincy are even supposed to have burn damage, but like if it is, that's cool, no, but it's way too busted at this point. Like look at this dude, he could like use the same combo twice almost, and it just melts people's HP. Like I swear he only got low at that like 1 point since he never got time to heal, but he has been fighting like Soul Reapers on Soul Reapers on Soul Reapers, like he killed several of them. It's so crazy to me that like Quincy's cried so much for this to happen. And now for Arrancars, that I was going to bring out the points. If you know who Nano Prodigy is, I swear you do. If you play this game, you know who he is, right? If you watch his videos, you can tell that Arrancars are pretty OP. There's no need. Whoever says Arrancars need a buff or need any more moves or anything like that, you're crazy. Like, you're crazy. There's nothing else to it. Quincy's definitely don't need this buff that I have. They definitely don't need a flame or wind, like element thing. Well, since it's already added, I guess the best the devs could do about it is probably slightly like nerf the damage or the stuns, because I feel like the flame might be giving stuns. I'm not sure, because as I said, I evaded this dude for a reason. When I saw him holding on 5 fucking Soul Reapers at the same time, like, that's shit crazy to me. So I just kind of like went for Arrancars instead. I was like either that or try to help the people that was already knocked and make them try to survive longer on for a long run, you know. But still crazy to me. But Arrancars in general, they're pretty OP. And if you watch a video on YouTube, there's probably more than one video already, but there's some videos that's going to be like Arrancar one-tap combo, or like Arrancar with a special build, pretty much, like a meta build. There's going to be one. There's going to be one. Just search it up, find it, and then yeah. But in really short, this is like genuine proof that the community is crying too much for buffs and nerfs and all that. Also, Quincy's, I swear, this was before the buff, by the way, I swear, whenever I was fighting one Quincy, there was like 20 more of them. Like, you guys multiply for it somehow. Like, whenever I fight one, I feel like I'm fighting 20 of you. Because I see one goes in, and I see another, like, 10 pops up. It's just out of nowhere. Like, that's crazy to me. Also, just for a reference for what Chikai and all that I use, because I'm a Soul Reaper, right? I use Confusion Scythe, and that's a really genuine good combo in my opinion. Like, I like the combo, I'm keeping it, you know. But the thing is that I can only do so and so much. I cannot compete with this, you know, because the fact that he can just do his like full combo. That's also just note, I fought him before the raid as well because he was in gank. I fought him. That dude melted my HP in that one combo. Like I was probably 1.5 bar after that one combo, and I believe I'm semi grade 1 in this, clip, semi-grade 1 or grade 1, one of two. Like, my point is, he melts your HP with this combo. Please don't listen to the Quincy's or Arrancars for begging for buffs. They don't need it. If anything, try to balance the game, like, to the point where this doesn't happen. Like, this dude was boss raiding without his wall standing in. He only popped it because he probably felt a bit low at the end there. Like, realistically speaking, I don't see a reason to even try to buff and even Arrancars or even. Like, the only thing that could probably be standing next to this is, I would guess, not even, yeah, no, you need a Bankai to fight this dude as, like, I would say, base maybe. Like, considering the fact that, if you have Bankai that has, like, iframes, or, like, something that has, like, huge iframes that can just escape his combo, if you don't have that, you cannot fight that. And I'm not sure which Bankai has that. Maybe mine has the Confusion, not sure, haven't seen it. Point is, you need iframes to fight this, and yeah, I'm not sure if we're ever gonna get something that's gonna fight this. So, I mean, the person in the clip a bit earlier was able to escape some part of it earlier, like dash out, but I saw it like once in a clip. That was like right here, I think, if we look at it. Yeah, I was able to dash out for the 1-1, and then he still was able to connect it somehow a bit later. Like, the insanity in this, it's being allowed is kind of crazy to me. So, I just pointing this out. But for the devs, I know it's annoying to hear people cry and all that, but those people who are crying are probably ones that aren't even that far in the game. And if it's a CC player that's crying for this, make sure it's an actual CC player that has like played the game properly and has like seen the difference in pretty. Because I tried pretty much. I tried all the factions now at this point. I used soul tickets. I used my soul ticket. I've been Quincy. I have been Arrancar, and I have been Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper is like the first one I've been because I was all 3. I started as a Soul Reaper, then I wiped, tried Quincy, wiped, tried Arrancar, wiped, and then, yeah. So, I just find it, like, absurd that the devs actually got to the point where they were like, yeah, no, we're just gonna buff you guys. Either way. Point is, they don't need a buff, they don't need anything, they have all they need. They're even gonna get an item that's gonna steal people's Bankai. Like, look at this. Look at this dude here. Right? This dude, vault standing in, boss raiding, alone, with a item that can steal someone's Bankai? The only thing that can balance this? Like this fight? That's insane. No, Quincy, you guys are crying way too much. There's no other way. There's no other thing than that. You guys are crying way too much, and your fighting style is just weird as hell. Considering that you guys are like, oh, you're shit. You're bad. Also, this is like from people saying in game to me whenever I win or lose. Like, they go like, oh, you're bad, you dog. You're so you're right. And whenever I go like, well, you're running half a mile every time we fight, because their moves are like the arrow that's like they shoot into the air and it goes like hellfire. It like rains arrows. They spam that. I'm not saying I fought experienced Quincy's, but I'm saying the ones I fought is like really bad at the game. So my point is that the people that are crying are probably really bad at the game. And the fact that devs are listening to them is not a good thing, because it's going to make it so balancing is not going to be really good balancing at all. So if you're one of those people who likes to spam moves and you're spamming it and losing because of it, stop crying in chat. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching though. Also thank for Nano for making that Arrancar series, because he pointed out that Arrancars don't need a buff in general, kind of, because he was like he was able to pop his thing and like full HP. He can steal HP from people, with his what's it, resurrection. You can steal HP with that stuff, and it's crazy. To be fair, Nano makes a lot of stuff look OP, and he's not wrong, considering if you can heal from that and your moves get buffed, the more you heal from that, from like a person or with the help. Like, he explains this better than me. Just go and watch his video and all that. But yeah, still, please don't listen to the community too much, the devs. Like, in this case, like, I see why people might have wanted Quincy's to get buffed, but this is like overkill. Like, giving them this much, considering they already have this. Like, I've seen people running with this like type of build. This dude didn't even need vault standing. He was still winning. Like, he was still winning. He just popped it because he felt low. That's all I'm thinking. But as you can see, it's absurd for me to even feel like people actually like are this bad that they're crying for like a buff when they're like this OP. And to be fair, Nano is a really good player when it comes to playing in general. And I feel like when he plays really strategy. Like, he plays smart when he plays. Like, he sees openings and all that. That's like really good thing. And that's why I feel like he makes everything looks better than it is, because it's when it comes down to it, it's the player itself that's going to make the difference when it comes to the fight, like how you play out the fights. So, but in this case, this is totally brain dead. That's a different case. So here you have brain dead versus Nano being a really good player for this game. So it's like trying comparisons, just letting you guys know, so it's like all that. But I've talked too much. It's been the same image for a while. So I'm just gonna hold it simple. Devs, stop listening to people that's crying and having a skill issue. Let them cope. Let them cope. They need to have the feeling of coping that everyone gets. And yeah, play Type Solo. It's a good game. I like it a lot. I wish the dev didn't listen to people that's coping too much from dying and having skill issues. But you know, it is what it is. Right. See you guys later. Have a nice one. And yeah, out.